I figured it was time to get some sci-fi in my life, and so I decided to read some sci-fi books, and I'm going to show them to you right now. So let's get started. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Zach with Zacks Books, and today I've got for you a reading vlog on sci-fi horror books. I have not really dug deep into the sci-fi horror genre when it comes to reading. I don't know why, really. Just kind of haven't done it. I've got two titles that I've heard decent things about, and figured I'd give them a read and let you know what I think and see where this pushes me forward with sci-fi horror books. Both of these books are, I think, recent releases. They're both released in 2020. But yeah, let me show them to you and we'll get started. Alright, the first book is The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson. I don't know a whole lot about this one. It's something that my wife also heard a good thing about and was like, hey, maybe you should read some sci-fi horror. And the wife also told, like, she read the blurb out to me and they're like, yeah, it's like Stranger Things meets World War Z. And so I love Stranger Things, and World War Z is a zombie book. I have not read it yet, but I might, depending on how this goes. But, I mean, who wouldn't want to read something about Stranger Things? It's like one of the best shows ever. So, yeah, so I'm going to give this a read and let you know what I think about it. And let me show you book number 2. The second book in my sci-fi horror reading vlog is Devolution by Max Brooks. He's actually the author of World War Z, so depending on how this book goes, maybe I'll give that a read. This one is kind of like
like a Bigfoot retelling or something.
Yeah, it's like a Bigfoot type documentary thing. It's written like different perspectives of different like scientists, I think. It's like a journal entry about a group of people's experience with Bigfoot, and I mean, that just sounds pretty flippin' awesome to me. I like that, like supernatural stuff. Like if there's a book about the Loch Ness Monster, I'd probably want to read it. So these are the two books I'm going to do for this vlog. I'm going to read them, and I'm going to let you know what I think about them. You know the routine. I read, I talk. We all have a good time. So without further ado, let's get started with The Loop. See you in the next clip.
Hey.
We're in the fall. It's cold bird. Did you get that on camera?
I kind of think so.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright guys, I'm on page 159 of The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson. And so far this book has been weird. I'm reading it with Danielle as well. And these group, I'm getting, so on the cover page they talk about how it's like Stranger Things meets, what was it? So it says Stranger Things meets World War Z, and I'm getting that vibe a lot. Because it's a group of kids who are like surviving this like apocalypse type thing. There's like this disease that's going around and getting to people to where you get it, you kind of like turn like mad and you just like go on like a killing spree. And some of their friends in school have gotten it, some parents have gotten it, and right now they were just like they just left this cave party they were going to, and a bunch of their kids in the party got it and started going crazy in the cave, and it's been really weird. I honestly have got no idea which direction this is going, but I am really enjoying the book. I don't know if they're gonna, because I'm a little over halfway, and I think that I guess I have somewhat of a guess. They might find some lab or something like that where they're doing experiments, and say something got loose and started infecting the town, and they're going to have to go there, find, I'm going to say, one doctor who survived, and that one doctor is going to have to help them and figure out what's wrong and how to cure it, and that's my guess. I don't know if I'm going to be right. I don't know if I'm going to be wrong. That is just my educated guess, given what I have been read thus far. And I really am getting those Stranger Things kind of vibes, with it being like a group of kids trying to survive something. I've not personally read World War Z yet. I heard it was a good book, and I look forward to reading that now that I'm reading somewhat of like some sort of zombie-ish type thing. And I'm excited to finish it. We're going to keep going, and I might do another clip before the end of the book. I might not, but I'll see you guys in the next clip anyway. So we'll see you in a minute. Alright, I'm at page 219 of the loop, and what I predicted earlier is kind of true. There was some kind of science experiment they tested on 3 people, and it kind of mutated and it got to other people, and so a lot of them were, I think there was 3 subjects. I think 2 of them were kids and the other one was an adult. One of the kids died before they even could do anything with it, and it's like this slug thing that they put on the back of your neck, and for some reason it implants eggs or something, and then it's been weird with the reveal like that. But I don't know if it's just one doctor who's still alive or if there was a couple of them. I just remember they were talking about one of them. So my prediction was kind of right, 50-50. So I've got
about an hour left.
Yeah, I've got about an hour left in the audiobook, so about 100-something pages. So we'll see.
We've been doing both.
Yeah, we've been doing both on and off. So we'll see how the rest of it goes, and let you know what I think at the end. So we'll see you in the next clip. Alright, so we just finished the loop, and that ending was just kind of up in the air, in my opinion. Earlier they mentioned some stuff that I think kind of took place at the end. They mentioned how this was they might quarantine the area with everything that's been going on with all the kids, everyone who's been infected, and they mentioned about dropping a bomb, and I've got no idea if that's what happened at the end. They mentioned a helicopter and a bright light, and people are being lifted.
It doesn't tell you in words what happens.
It's not specific what it means. So does it mean that they got rescued and they're being lifted up by the helicopter to get out? Or was it a plane and it dropped a fucking nuke on them and they all died? They kind of leave that kind of open, which I don't really mind that. But again, I've said in previous videos that I like a more precise ending. I need to know how the heck it ended. But in this case, I guess it's okay.
It was an enjoyable read.
It was a good book. I would say between 2/3 to 3/4 towards the end, there was a couple of things that were just kind of mishmash, in my opinion. Are you going to put this in the video of Bailey and I playing outside?
Yeah.
At some point, you'll see, as you saw, Bailey, me, and Danielle were outside just kind of playing around. During that time between the 2/3 to 3/4 mark, I was listening. We were outside. We were kind of doing family time, and the wind was really annoying, and so it was kind of hard to understand what was kind of going on. but still, I figured I'd be able to pick up what was going on towards the end, and I did. The ending is what's getting it with me.
I see the comparisons to Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I definitely see that comparison to Stranger Things.
It's a group of people trying to.
It's a group of kids. A group of kids trying to fight off this like disease thing.
And it's very sci-fi too.
Yeah, very sci-fi. Which I think sci-fi might be another new category for me after reading one of them.
Yeah, you haven't read a lot, which is why we wanted to do this video.
I've got one more that I'm going to read for this vlog for you, and that is going to be, like I said earlier, that's Devolution by Max Brooks. He's the guy who wrote World War Z. I've seen a few people who gave this 5 stars.
Yeah, that's what
and
I was gonna say.
Hopefully I can give it 5. What would I give The Loop? I would say...
I'm like 3.5.
I'm going to say 3.75.
Nice.
I don't think it's quite a 4, but I would say it's just because of that ending.
Yeah.
They leave it way too up in the air. And I'm trying not to spoil anything for you guys, and it's difficult with this ending. But
we're probably going to go home and like look up other people's reviews and see what they thought.
Yeah, because I think we're going to have probably similar thoughts as some other folks.
And we'll start the next book.
And we're going to start the next one on the way there. So we'll see you guys in the next clip later. All right, so I'm on page 144 of Devolution. And so far, it's building up to, I would hope, a very climactic ending. Because as of right now, it's been on the slower end, kind of building up to something. It's pretty much been talking about stories about Bigfoot and these people that are up in this area doing research for something. And it's been written in journal form pretty much throughout the entire thing so far. They got a bunch of different people with the audiobook. I'm reading physically and audiobook. And they've got a whole bunch of different people that are reading between different points of view and what other scientists, people, and doctors are saying about the whole situation. And so far, it's been really cool. I liked how they described when they found the first footprint for Bigfoot. They're like, well, it was not a deer. It was not a fox. It had 5 toes like a human, but one of our guys who wears a size 11 put their foot up next to it, and we were like, holy shit, thing's massive. So that was kind of cool. So far, I don't really have a rating yet, just because I need to know where it's going from here. Because of right now, it's just been them kind of saying, yeah, we think we found this giant creature, but we got no idea if it's actually there. And it's been 140-something pages. I'm a little over halfway, and so far it's just been that. So if you want action right out of the gate, this might not be the one for you, but I'm hoping the ending is going to be better, because if it's just going to fall flat, I'm going to be pretty bummed out. So hopefully it picks up pretty soon and we can get some Bigfoot action, because I need some Bigfoot action in my life. I wear size 13, so we're going to keep going. I don't know if I'm going to have another clip in here. I might just go all the way through, depending on how awesome it ends. But we'll keep going, and we'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright, so I just finished Devolution by Max Brooks, and I said earlier that I thought it was building up to what I thought was going to be a big climactic final showdown type thing, which it partially was, in my opinion. I feel like I needed some more out of it. I wanted more Bigfoot involvement during this whole gigantic weird shebang at the end. I didn't really hear Bigfoot's name being said. They might have given it a different name, because all of a sudden there's it was June or Juno or something like that. I don't know if that's the name they started using for it. All of a sudden something like that popped up. So I don't know if that was the reference to Bigfoot. I don't know if they named it or not. I also wanted more of more characters for more deaths to happen. I'm yet to really read a book where like a lot of people just die, and I honestly just want to read a book kind of like this, where there's some like killer animal thing on the loose. Better than The Troop. The Troop was a really good book. It had like that parasite thing that made you starve to death and die and all that cool stuff. I wanted something kind of like that with this book, and it fell a little flat, in my opinion. The build-up was really good. I really enjoyed the build-up. The first like half to 2/3 of the book were pretty good, pretty solid. But I felt like the thing at the end, I felt like it could have been a little better. If I missed something, let me know in the comment section down below. If I missed anything major. But by what I recall just reading, I don't remember there being anything enormous with the end. Again, I missed the part where if they started calling Bigfoot Juno or June or whatever, let me know, because I don't remember that being a thing. So, unless there's some other creature that was involved in this and I never heard it get introduced. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if I missed anything major at the end of this book, because I thought it was a little anticlimactic. Overall, I'd say I'm going to give it 4 stars. It was better than The Loop, but I still feel like a little more could have been done with the ending. But still an overall good book. Alright guys, so that was my reading vlog on reading sci-fi horror. So my first time really diving into it, and I would say it was pretty solid. An average star rating of I think 3.75. Both books are really good. The Loop just kind of got really confusing towards the last like 2/3, 3/4 of the book for me. And Devolution, the ending was just very anticlimactic, like I said. If you guys have any other recommendations for any like sci-fi horror, let me know in the comments down below. What are some of your favorite sci-fi horror books? You know, let me know so I can start giving them some reads and let you guys know what I think about them. And that does it for this vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.